Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to Erin's Beauty Minute. Today I'm going to be reviewing for you and showing you 3 different foundations that I have, and I'm going to kind of show you sort of the pigmentation coverage that it has and things of that nature. Basically, I kind of want to show you what, each foundation can offer you. We're going to be using 3 separate tools today because we're using the 3 different foundations. The way that I'm going to be doing this is that I'm going to put one foundation on my forehead, another foundation on this cheek, and another foundation on this cheek, and we're going to compare how well each one performs as far as coverage is concerned. This is just kind of for fun so you can see it. Some of you, if you've been watching my videos, you will recognize at least 2 of the ones that I own. I did get a new one in the mail not too long ago, and I'm kind of testing the waters to see which ones I really like, so that when I run out of a particular foundation that I'm trying for you today, I can go, yup, I need to get another one. So, this is again just for fun, but the 3 tools that we're going to be using, so we're going to be using a blending sponge, and it is damp, so it's ready to go. We're going to be using the Silicone knockoff on another foundation, and I'm going to be using my trusty E.L.F foundation brush as my last tool. So for the more liquidy foundations, you can use the sponge, definitely, it depends on the consistency that you're going for, and the consistency of the foundation in which you are using. Today I'm going to be using, well, first I'm going to introduce the primer. You've seen me use it a lot. It is the E.L.F Poreless Face Primer that I'm going to be using today. It's in a very light pink package. And then the foundations we're going to be using. One is going to be the L'Oreal True Match Lumi foundation in warm ivory. The next one is going to be the Fit Me foundation by Maybelline. And then the last one that we're going to be testing, and it's the new one that I have, I've been kind of trying to work with it a little bit, is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation in the shade Rose Ivory. So we're going to be testing them all out and seeing how they work. And again, going for how are they performing as far as coverage is concerned. Now, I do have to say, if you hear some saws going off in the background, there is not a horror movie on. It is guys cutting trees down in my yard. So don't worry about that. Hopefully I can knock it out in editing, but if I can't, that's what's going on. Also, you might need to pardon me a little bit. I am recovering from surgery. I had surgery 2 days from the day that I filmed this. So today for me is Saturday, June 24th. I'm letting you know that so that if I'm not able to get this video up and running today, you at least know what day that I did it. I can get into the surgery later. We don't need to discover that right now. But I'm going to go ahead and put my hair up, and then we'll get into trying these foundations. Alright, so yes, I am going to use my E.L.F primer, because the other primer that I'm testing out right now, I'm not going to do that quite yet. Actually, I'm going to be doing a Wet n Wild product review coming soon. I thought it would be interesting. At first, I was going to do a first impressions full face try on. That was not a wise idea. idea. Like, I tried to film it, guys, and it just wasn't going very well. And if you guys watched my Devon by Demi situation video, you know that I had a chemical burn throughout my entire face. It is gone, or at least most of the way gone. So we're gonna do that. My word, they are loud. I am so sorry. Hopefully they will not be doing it long. So we're just gonna get into it as if it was normal, and yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and put 2 pumps of this primer into my hands, and it just tried to spit at me, which means I have nearly nothing in there. Lovely. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that amount, and we're gonna just do this all over the face. We don't need to worry about that. So, because you know, you want a good primer that's going to hold up. So I do put this on my eyes because, well, it seems to work for me. Alright, so the first one we're gonna do is going to be the L'Oreal Lumi. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna put a pump on my hand because we're only going here. So take a little pump, looks like that, and I'm gonna go ahead and go in with my brush. If you see a little E.L.F thing coming up, that's just because I need the mirror. So I'm gonna go ahead and just dot this on my forehead. So if I look down or in there, don't worry about it. Okay. Just dotting it down. That was probably way too much foundation for just my forehead, but we gonna make it work. Alright, so I am gonna bring you a little closer so you can sort of see what's going on. If you hear a dog whining in the background, don't worry about it. That is my dog who wants to go outside and bug everybody. Alright, so we're gonna look like we're painting it on for a second, but that's not what we're doing. Okay. So I always kind of do a little patting motion after I get out because I want to, you know, kind of get whatever brush streaks I can out of there. I also try to get it a little right into my hairline so that you don't have like foundation albino. Like, you just don't want to have that. So that looks like it worked out pretty well. So this is the forehead. Remember, this was the L'Oreal Lumi. So we go ahead and do that. Let's see. I'll put another pump on just to be safe. So you always want to shake it up a little bit. Put another pump onto the back of my hand and dot it around like we already did before. Okay. Now we're just gonna blend it in again. Okay. Alright. So far, so good. Okay. Alrighty. I think that's as good as this is gonna get. Now you see how like streaky that is and almost like it's hugging every dry patch I have? Yeah. let's just say, probably not the right tool for this, but we tried. So, that is the Lumi. Next, we are going to use our Maybelline Fit Me Foundation. This is in the shade 115 Ivory. Shake it up a little bit. And we're gonna pour a little bit onto the back of my hand. Oh boy, I hope I don't get a whole lot in here, because if I do, that's gonna be really bad. Alright, and okay. Yep, I predicted that correctly. Way too much. Alright, so for this one, we're gonna go in and use our sponge. Let me get that mirror to lean back up again. So I'm gonna put it on this cheek here. So I'm gonna lower you down just a little bit. Gonna use the flat end. Oh my Lanta, that's a lot of foundation. Alright. Dang, that is a lot of foundation. Woo, okay. And in we go. You really do want to blend as best you can. Get the side of that nose, maybe even your eye, and really blend it down like this. Get it, get it, get it. Get down your neck halfway through, and then put a little bit more onto that cheek, and just start. Remember, only going halfway, because we gotta use the rest of the way for this. Okay? Get your ear and the neck. Just the blending, blending. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and do it like that. So that's the Maybelline Fit Me side. And then just put that cap back on. And now we're gonna check in on everything in a minute, but we're gonna go ahead and use the Silicone knockoff. So we're gonna shake up our Wet n Wild Photo Focus. And I'm just gonna take this little spatula thingy here that they have and just go straight onto my face. Okay, that should be more than enough, but you want to be thorough. So we're going to take this and start to blend it in, or at least attempt to. Oh yeah, that was way too much foundation. Like, get it? I like to put it onto my eyelids as well. I mean, and we want to do that partially because we don't have a concealer. We're not putting on concealer for this. So remember to get the other half of your lips. Make sure to get your neck as well. Like, really get it in there. But you do want to put that coverage. Alright, so now we're just gonna start pounding that in. Make sure you pound where you got all of it. Okay. And make sure to get down your neck. Blend it into your ear. Really get whatever is gathering in your eyebrow and bring it down. And it does dry matte, guys. So, okay, really get it there. Okay. Alright. So, get that hair out of there. Oh gosh. Alright. So, whew, almost went up there. Almost did it. Gonna pat that nose a little more. Get up in here. Alright, so as you can probably see, this is definitely okay. So remember, this is the L'Oreal True Match Lumi up here, and if you can see on the camera, like there's dry patches everywhere. Like you can see it. Maybe I had dry skin this morning, I don't know, but it's just like hugging on everything, and I am still peeling from the burn that I had. So for all I know, that's actually what's going on. Cause it's a good foundation. It's just not good for this particular situation. And oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. They're getting closer to the house. Okay. So, and then this side is the Maybelline Fit Me. I personally, yeah, it's a little more orange, a little darker than the Lumi was. But you can't complain about the coverage. Like, the coverage is really, really good. And it covers most of your neck. And then, of course, last but certainly not least, we had Wet n Wild's Photo Focus Foundation. And honestly, gotta pat that in just a little bit. It's still a little patchy too, but it's not bad at all by any means. And, I mean, honestly, I kind of like it. I do. I mean, I like all of them, otherwise I wouldn't have purchased them. But, yeah, this, like, you can choose for yourself what your particular skin situation is, what it is that you need. But I wanted to give you a look at what each one could potentially do for you. And honestly, they are all great coverage. You know, you can use another primer, obviously. Use your primer that you want. If you have eyeshadow primer, yeah, go ahead and use that on your eyes instead of, you know, just a regular straight up primer. You know, these are all going to perform differently for you. This is just how they perform for me. But I wanted to kind of let you guys see how that was. So, without further ado, I think they are all wonderful foundations. And I think that no matter what you go with, as long as you go with your shade and you're using the best tool for that foundation, you're gonna do great. It's gonna look great. Don't worry about it. You know, you can invest in a setting spray that is really useful. You know, even though my favorite brand is E.L.F, I would not recommend their setting sprays. They're just not that great. Now, if they work for you, that's fantastic, but you know, you kind of need to almost investigate a little bit to see which ones work for you. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to come on, little fun video there for you, and I used the tools that I were best thought would help you out. Now I kind of want to try something. I almost want to, I'm gonna take the tip of this right here. It was not touched by the foundation that I used it on, and I want to see if me actually going across that dry patch would actually go away. So let's see, because it's still damp, so let's just have fun and look at it for a second. So this is where the dry patch is. And notice how I'm pushing like super duper hard on this. I mean, I do have to tell you that actually it's making it worse. So you probably don't want to go that route. It's not, you know, we used the brush for this, but it's not the brush's fault. It's both mine because I can't get my skin to stop peeling, but that's just part of the healing process, so I can't really control that much. Because I moisturize like crazy, so I don't know. I can't really say. But I can tell you that, you know, normally it doesn't look that bad. It really doesn't. So, in a way, that was not necessarily fair to that foundation. Now, that foundation is also a little old. I've had it for a few months, and, you know, it's entirely possible that it's losing its coverage. It really is. It's entirely possible. So, that's gonna bug the crap out of me now. But, yeah, I think all of them actually did perform, in fairness, to the best of their ability, given what, you know, was going on in the area I chose for them. So, I do have to say that I do have, you know, a place in my heart definitely for the Lumi, but I think that if I needed to really pick up foundations that I know would work for me, it's these guys. You know, the Lumi, yeah, it's okay, but honestly, when you need like kick butt coverage, I mean, I'm still testing this one out, but I gotta tell ya, the Fit Me by Maybelline, now I'm in the matte and poreless category, to where it's normal to oily skin. You know, this is my go-to right now, and you know, I don't think that the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation is far off. So I am really looking forward to doing a review for you guys on Wet n Wild, products that a friend of mine actually recommended. And, you know, because I was like, I need to do a fun video. I need to do a good video for you guys where you can really experience a lot of good stuff. And yes, I am testing them out right now so that I can give you a proper review and critique. But we've got 10 products. It is a full face situation, and I am really excited to see how well I can truly make them perform. So that video will be coming soon, so save it on your calendars, hit that subscribe button, and just tap that little bell with your mouse, and you'll be able to be alerted when I upload a new video. Alright, you guys, that's all for now. And I certainly hope that you were able to pick up a little info here, but I think you're going to be really, really happy when you look for a foundation that is going to work best for you. There are tons of foundations that I haven't even gotten to try yet, and I mean, it's a smorgasbord out there of great foundations and hit and miss foundations. We're just gonna have to go through and find the gems among the duds. Alright guys, so that is it. Thank you for watching. If you are a returning viewer, thank you for coming back and watching. If you're new, hello, I'm Erin, and welcome to Erin's Beauty Minute. Alright guys, I love you. Bye.